Welcome back to Building with Golang, third part of building user service. This is Melvin Davis from Coding Bits. So in this video, we'll completing the agenda that we have set up in the first video. So we have completed creating a user and fetching user details, and we will build the rest of the things, updating the user, making user an admin or giving the admin privileges and fetching all users. So we'll try to complete all of this in this video. Okay, we'll go ahead. I just close all the windows, all the editors. Okay, now to make a user admin, that means we need to provide a role. So we'll go into the models. In here we'll do type role as we would say. We can make it an int. Okay, and const user role as 0 and user is already there. We'll do so we'll put it as customer. I think that would be better. Customer, then support role equal to 1 and admin role equal to we can put even vendor role equal to 3. Okay, cool. So these names suggest what they do, and we will add this particular model role into the user model. We would give role. Now what we will do is I think the role is already added to it, and correspondingly to DTO we have to make these corresponding changes. So we would do for creating a user, we actually we do need the role also. Role, I would say JSON role, then models.role, then this should have this should be we have to, when you get them, role equal to u.role. Cool. And fetch user.role. So we'll do few more things. For the role we'll for the role we can give detail. Okay, let's skip. Let it be 0, 1, 2, 3 itself. I think anyways it will be used by API, so that should be fine. Okay, then the next thing in the create API, since we have the roles, we don't give the privilege to create an admin user only. Admin user will be like one-time activity who has a bunch of rights. So this will be done specifically through DB for a specific case. But an admin can create other admins, vendors, support, customer, and or even customer can create himself, but admin cannot. So what we will do is that's it. Then routes creator. So these particular role specific things, right? Like if the user is customer or not. So identifying these kind of stuff, it do require some kind of session management, authentication, and authorization. So we will take that part up in the later videos of this particular series. But in this video, we just keep it simple. Anybody can create a user. So that will be that. And okay, let's try to run this. Before that, I think I'll have to run the Postgres. Oops. Can I run this? So yeah, Postgres should be running now. Now in the terminal I'll do go run main.go. So one thing you might have noticed, and you haven't seen it yet. So we have made the user model changes, but we haven't done any migration in the DB. So good thing about Go ORM is that it will automatically take care of all these migrations. So let's see how it's done. Let it load, fetch user details. Let's dismiss it for now. You can see the role as 0. So this is we intentionally kept the role as 0 for the customer. That means every user is a customer, right? By default they will be customer, and we can further go ahead and make changes. Yeah, so this is another customer, role again 0. So we can use update user details to make the to update the roles. So here's go ahead and create the update API. I just copy paste this function and modify the same. And when you're doing this, just be careful that you refactor everything correctly. Often I end up doing not putting the logs correctly and stuff like that, but yeah, just be cautious. So we do create user, and here I will go ahead and create one more helper function which does update user. So yeah, instead of this I do update columns. So what all columns can be updated? So we'll go to ORM documentation. Here we will get an idea how to update the columns. Here there is an update query, single column, update multiple columns. We can do this way. Just be careful not to update. Okay, selected fields. Yeah. So when you're using a model update, just be careful, because if there is any default values for some kind of, like suppose if age is 0, age is integer, and we didn't provide age, then it would end up creating 0 value for age. So those things need to be you should be careful with it. So it's better to use the selected fields kind of update. So update column, just okay, there is no update column like that, so I just go ahead and using map I'll update it. Okay, db model dot so I'll do return ctx dot db model dot user dot model dot updates db dot model update columns. Here I will put a map string and interface with values. So for we can update the user not name, and we can update user dot email, and we can update role user dot role. Then yeah, pretty much that's it. So these things can be updated. Here I go ahead and do update user. So yeah, that's it. So, and in the routes we need to provide this. Where is routes? So this is routes. Router dot post update user. So that's it. Now just try to run it again. Okay, here I'll add a new request. I duplicate this request and change the request type to use post. This should be post, and this is again in the body. We would make some changes. Oh, we have to provide the user ID. Okay, ID should be one, and comma, user should be Melvin Davis itself, and this should be hi at melvindavis.me, and role equal to I think it's 2. I just verify what the user role is. 2 for admin. Okay, fine. Should be 2. Let me just try it. And role is 2. I'll just go ahead and fetch user 1. Yeah, role is 2. Yeah. So this is also fine. Yeah. So we have done the update API. Now to the admin APIs. We need one more API. It gives the list of all the users. So we'll go ahead and create that API here in the routes func create user. So get all user details. Get all users. So basically it will return the list of users and their name. That's all we need, right? So maybe their email to them. That's fine. So you just copy this. Here we don't need a bunch of stuff. We don't need the user ID because we are returning all the users. Okay. Subsequently, we need the helper function for that. Get all users. So cdx. Yep. Find all users. ctx.db.find users. Okay, hopefully it works. Then now comes the tricky part. Basically we need to get the list of users for the DTO. In the DTO we only have the converter function for a user, but we don't have it for multiple users. So from func user models, where we accept user dot models dot user users is not user, and we return user. So what we do is result equal to make, or you can do better. Yeah, I think this will also do. And for equal and user, result of I equal to, so okay. What is the issue? So this should be thing. Yeah, so don't need this, and instead we need the and. Yeah, this is a painful conversion. Return result. So yeah, this is a really painful conversion. Then so this will do from user models, and here what we'll do is we'll get users, and here users, and okay. So and we'll add this in the routes. Here we don't need this thing. Get all users. If you restart the server, okay, we'll duplicate the first user details, and we will call this, we'll just rename this fetch all users. Okay, we don't need this, we just do this, we get the list of all users. So we have done almost all the APIs that we had discussed, like we planned to do. Now in the next video, what we will do is we will create the API session, and we will implement those things where we can define like when a user so for that we will need the user login and stuff like that. So we'll try to build those things in the next video. So till then, thanks guys, have a nice time, bye.